Good day and greetings in the name of our King Jesus Christ. This morning, friends, I would like to share with you what the Lord actually has told me in December for the year of 2025. I want to start with that, and in this video, we will be looking into the recent developments in South Africa, especially the Land or Property Expropriation Act by the President, and how all of that actually fits into this one prophetic word God gave me in December for the year of 2025. And also, together with that, could it be that this will be the year God will swiftly judge and destroy, bring down to ashes the notorious ANC gang for all their sins against God and his people for the 30 years nearly? Now we're going to look into all of that. And man, oh man, there's this Bible verse. If you fight against God, against people, maybe you may win. But if you raise your fist against God, if you fight against God, you can never win. And who will come to your rescue? Now, let me just first take you to this amazing prophetic passage God gave me in the month of December 2024, as I was quieting down and asking the Lord to give me a word, a prophetic word for the year of 2025. And God gave me Proverbs 37. I read it, I prayed over it, I spent time on it. I think I even made a video to encourage people and to share this prophecy with the people. But I never fully understood how it's going to all play out. All I understood was God was giving this prophecy, prophetic encouragement. And now, after the recent development where our president, he stepped back all his counterparts in the political establishment of our country in the GNU, and he signed this Land Expropriation Act. Of course, it's not the first time that he stabbed people on their back. He also signed a National Health Bill, and then he signed the Bella Bill, and then he signed the Land Expropriation Bill. When that happened, when I was last night and this morning praying about it, the Lord reminded me again this prophetic word the Lord gave me in December. That is Psalm 37. Let's take a look at this. Let us read Psalm 37, more specifically from verse 1 down to verse 11. I'm going to put it now on your screen. Let us read it together in the light of what our president has just done. And it is amazing. It's marvelous. It is encouraging. It's at the same time amazing. It is really so amazing. All right, here is the Psalm 37 on your screen. Let's read it together. Let me start. Do not fret over those who do evil. Do not envy those who do wrong, for they will wither quickly like grass and wilt like tender plants. Trust in the Lord and do good. Dwell in the land and cultivate faithfulness. Delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desire of your heart. Commit your way to the Lord. Trust in him, and he will do it. He will bring forth your righteousness like the dawn, your justice like the noonday sun. Be still before the Lord and wait patiently for him. Do not fret when men prosper in their ways, when they carry out wicked schemes. Refrain from anger and abandon wrath. Do not fret, it can only bring harm. For the evildoers will be cut off, but those who hope in the Lord will inherit the land. Yet a little while, the wicked will be no more. Though you look for them, they will not be found. But the meek will inherit the land and delight in abundant prosperity. Wow! Friends, this is an amazing prophecy the Lord gave me for the year of 2025 in the month of December. I want to emphasize a few things here. It starts with, do not fret, do not be troubled, do not lose your courage because of the wrongdoings of the evil and wicked people. Rather trust in the Lord and dwell in the land. Don't panic. Don't sell your properties and run out of South Africa. Dwell in the land and cultivate faithfulness. Delight yourself in the Lord. Commit your way to the Lord. He will bring forth your righteousness. He will bring forth your righteousness, that you did not steal the land as they accuse you to do. You worked for it, you bought it, you cultivated it. Your parents, your great-grandparents for back to 400 years has developed it and produced fruit and food out of that land. You fed the people of this continent for nearly 400 years. These people who are coming with false accusations, God will deal with them. Verse 7, be still before the Lord, wait patiently for him. Do not fret when men prosper in their ways, when they carry out wicked, evil, demonic, communist, Russia, China, Iran inspired demonic schemes. Don't worry about that. Rather, verse 8, refrain from anger, abandon wrath. Do not fret, it will only bring harm. Verse 9, for the evildoers will be cut off. God will cut them off. But those who hope in the Lord will inherit the land. Here is, my friends, here it is. The land belongs to the Lord. Let me get back this. The land belongs to the Lord. It doesn't belong to ANC. It doesn't belong to you or me. But the Lord himself gives it to whomever he wants to give. And if you have purchased it, if your ancestors have purchased it, it's yours. God gave it to you. Cultivate it, develop it, and do not be afraid. You will inherit what the Lord gives you. And the evildoers, wicked schemers, they won't be able to take it away from you. Why? Because the Lord is going to cut them off. Now it's interesting that the Lord gave me this prophecy for the year of 2025 at the end of 2024 in the month of December. And I thought maybe it's a prophecy just to encourage me and encourage our people, but maybe it was a prophetic word for the whole nation of South Africa, for the whole community of believers of the God of the Bible across South Africa. For anyone who works hard, produces food, cultivates, and supports the economy in South Africa. Do not fret. Now I'm going to pause there for a minute, and I'm going to give you a snapshot of why South Africa is such an important instrument in the hand of God. Going back to 400 years, this country and the people that dwelled in this country has been blessed and protected by the God of the Bible in a supernatural way, year after year after year after year. And this country has been the beacon of life for the entire continent of Africa for more than 400 years, or nearly 400 years. A beacon of light for the whole continent of Africa. No wonder why our borders are always overrun with people from all over Africa trying to come here, because there is hope in this land. There is better standard of life in this land. There are farmers in this land who work hard to produce fruit. There are people in this land who employ people with a decent wage. There are Christians in this land that love the God of the Bible and that worship him for nearly 400 years. There are Christians in this land, there are churches in this land that preach the gospel of Jesus, that disciple people. There are businessmen in this land who love God and who generously serve the people of the land many times at their own expenses, and they do it with a smile on their face. There are people in this land, although their ancestors came from Europe, they associate with Africa, with South Africa, and they have been serving South Africa and Africa selflessly for 400 years. I am sick and tired of people playing the race card. If it wasn't for the Europeans that came here, this country would have never been developed to the way it is developed now. It would have never become the beacon of light that it has been for 400 years to the continent of Africa. If it wasn't the gospel that they brought together with, who will evangelize these lands and these people? Who will build the churches, send out thousands and thousands of waves of missionaries, build mission hospitals, mission schools, serve selflessly at great personal sacrifices, at great personal costs? It is the churches of South Africa that has been sending missionaries, white missionaries from South Africa into the most difficult places across Africa to show them, to give them the love of Jesus Christ and give them skills to earn their bread, teach them, help them, heal them, restore them, and even help them to progress beyond the norms in their societies. No one wants to acknowledge these days because it is not politically correct. But you know what? I am not white. I am not black. I am purple. I am green. Whatever you call me. Look at my skin. I don't even look white. But I'm not buying this racist nonsense. And I never bought it for 1 second. It was the white people that came here nearly 400 years ago and cultivated the land. Go read the history. When the land wasn't so much occupied. Then the African people from the rest of Africa started flocking to these white people because they cultivate the land, because they employ them, they give them jobs, they help them. Yes, there were many white people that did many, many bad things. I am not justifying that. But you know what? Let's put all that nonsense aside. We are now in 2025. And this country still remains to be a beacon of light to the rest of Africa. That is the reason why all the borders of this country are being flooded by legal and illegal immigrants who are trying to get into this country because they want to be employed by the white people. They want to get help from the people in South Africa. They want to work for us because we treat them better. We give them hope. We give them a bright future. Why nobody in South Africa wants to immigrate to Zimbabwe? Tell me, explain somebody to me. Why nobody in South Africa, black or white, wants to go and legally or illegally immigrate to any other African country? Because the hope is here. The prospect for a bright future is here. South Africa is blessed by the God of heaven to be the beacon of hope, beacon of light, to the continent of Africa, and South Africa played that role against all odds all these 400 years. And for that I give all the glory and honor to God and to the faithful people of God who lived on this land in generations past and also in this generation. Now, in the light of that, ANC came, well, on top of that, ANC came to power in the recent revolution or political shift in this country. They came with many promises and many prospects that they offered to people. But today, when you go and look at the facts, the ANC has destroyed this country to its bare bones. They have plundered everything. They stole everything. They have destroyed this country to its bare bones, and nothing is left. It's like a mere skeleton of what it was. And if that is not enough, that all this plundering, all this corruption, all this wickedness that is done under the sun in this land, if that is not all enough, now they just passed these laws these recent laws one after another by the signature of the president. Bella Bill, Bella Bill has nothing to do with giving equality to people in schools. It's a much more sinister, demonic plan from the pit of hell to further destroy this country. This national health bill, it's the same thing. I am not an economist, I am not a politician, but go ask politicians. You don't want to hear me? Go ask many wonderful black Christian men and women, even many non-Christian wonderful black politicians and government leaders. Even they will tell you that these things are destructive for this country. Go ask the ACDP, Kenneth Mashew, Reverend Kenneth Mashew. Ask him. He's an African. You can't be more African than him. He will tell you how destructive, how wicked are these policies, how demonic are these policies. But this current political party, this ruling party, has always played this race card and pitted white people against blacks or black people against whites. And they've been empowered by their marquees, the EFF and MK and this and that. And they played this race card the whole time. But all along the time, all they did was to plunder, to loot, to destroy, to break down. And that's where we are today. Now they passed the Land Act. To Land Expropriation Act, to further destroy what is left, what is just left feebly trying to survive. Will they go ahead with it? Will now God allow them one more pass? Or is it going to be the final draw? Is it now the final red line they crossed? We're going to see. But, I want to remind you, there have been many prophets and prophetesses of God, black and white and colored and Indian origin, many great men and women of God across South Africa and even Southern Africa. Again, black and white and colored, regardless of their race and color, many great men and women of God warned President Ramaphosa. Prophetically, they warned him on his policies against the nation of Israel, on his policies of supporting terrorists and communists, on his policies of destroying this country surely but slowly. Did he repent? Did he turn back? No, he didn't. In fact, he just doubled down every time. He just doubled down on his actions. Now, we have come to this final point with this passing of the final Land Expropriation Act. Only one or two things are going to happen. Either this country will plunge into total abyss and total destruction. This final bill that the president has signed is either the end of the land and the country as we know it, or it is going to be the end of the ANC. It can't be anything other than that. Something has to die. Either the entire nation will plunge into civil war and destruction and total abyss and total heap of rubbish, or the ANC will be struck by God and the ANC will die. Which one will happen? Now, I want to draw your attention back to the Psalm 37 that we just read, which God gave me as a prophetic word for the year of 2025. And I thought it was a prophetic word God gave me and our ministry team and our ministry for the year ahead. And I think I even made a video to share it with our subscribers. But could it be that the prophecy of Psalm 37 that God gave me was actually meant for the broader South Africa? Here are a few facts. I'm going to reiterate that. South Africa has been a great instrument in the hand of God, a basket of bread for Africa, a beacon of hope for Africa, a base from where missionaries were sent, gospel was evangelized, churches were planted, a base from where love and support was sent to Israel in the Middle East. Will South Africa continue to fulfill that prophetic role in the hands of God, in the context of Africa? Or will the ANC effectively destroy South Africa in the year of 2025? Or will God destroy ANC finally in the year of 2025. We are going to see that. But as for me, I trust in the faithfulness of the God of the Bible. He is my God. I owe everything to him. I am who I am because of him. The breath in me is his breath. I exist because he is my father, my progenitor, my creator. I believe in him. He's a truthful, good father. And for every one of you who believe in the God of the Bible, these things I just said for myself is true for you too. If you believe in the God of the Bible, he is your father. He is your progenitor. He is good father. He will not abandon his children in the hands of wicked, evil schemers. He will not do that. He's a good father. So I trust in his faithfulness. I trust in his righteous judgments and righteous acts. I believe the God of the Bible is victorious, and he will come through for his people. And I take the words in the Psalm 37 prophecy literally. Dwell in the land, cultivate faithfulness, do good, be a beacon of light, be a beacon of hope for the people around. Be fruitful, serve God, serve the land, serve the people around. Be a place where people come to because they want a better life, they want a better future. And God will bless us. God will continue to bless South Africa, and God will deal with these evil schemers who are bent on destroying the country only to further steal and plunder. God will deal with them. And one of the things God often does is he turns his enemies against each other. I won't be surprised if one of these days these corrupt politicians will start turning at each other and devouring one another like mad dogs. Because that is God's favorite way of dealing with his enemies. We see it over and over in the Bible. With that, I want to give you hope. I want to tell you that turn your eyes on Jesus. Read Psalm 37 from verse 1 down to verse 11. I trust in the faithfulness of the God of the Bible, and I trust that our future is in his hands, and he will bless those who serve him, and we will dwell in the land, cultivate the land, and serve him because he is our good father. God bless you, and goodbye.